Good morning. My name's Ronnie Self. I'm chairman of the Stewardship Committee, and if we follow that song, then I don't have to say anything, right? Amen. Okay. Well, I tried. I was going to get up here and tell you all about the church and all the needs we have and those kind of things, but we all have needs in our daily walk of life, and there's a lot of things that we have to do. We have to pay our bills. We have to pay our taxes. We have to buy groceries. And all those things aren't bad. Well, taxes, they're pretty bad. Buying groceries these days are pretty bad. But there's still things that we have to do. And I don't know about you, but I get a lot of personal satisfaction from spending my paycheck. I don't get a lot of personal satisfaction from spending my paychecks on those kind of things. But they are necessary. You've got to do it. But it's not like I'm smiling when I have to write the check for my light bill. I don't like to do that. But there are some things that I do like to do. And every now and then I do get to do some things with my money. I get to buy my children something special just because I wanted to, or my grandkids, really because I wanted to. I also get to take my wife out to dinner on special occasions, anniversaries, and sometimes just because I want to. And I get to help people in need. I've got a truck and I get to use it on different times for people that are in need that way. And there's other things that I get to do for people. Just being their friend. And that's how I feel when I get to do something for God. When I get to give back to my church. I don't have to give. We don't have to give. But I feel like we get to give. And when I give back freely, that gives me a special feeling right here in my heart. And that's the way we all should feel when we give. I may not feel much when I pay my bills online, but when I give to First Baptist Church, this church that I grew up in, I've had good times and bad times in this church. In 1968, when my wife moved to town, I met her for the first time. Well, 11 years later, we got married. I've been through bad times here. My 10-year-old son was killed, but this church, through God's love and passion and caring, showed me the greatest thing of all, and that was his love for me and my family and the way this church embraced us when that happened. These are the kind of things that go on here. We have missions that we give to. We have help people daily. We give clothes to the homeless and those downtrodden. We feed them on Wednesday night. These are the kind of things that go on in this church. We take care of missionaries. All kind of things we do. We have to take care of our buildings, all these things. But these things are the things that I feel like God has given me the grace to feel like that I get to give, not that I have to give. Well, and I truly never regretted $1 that I've given to this church. Well, maybe there was one time maybe, and it was probably when I was a lot younger, when the church was across over here where the Children's Ministry Center sits right now. Came time for the offering, and I didn't want to put my dollar bill in. It might have been $2, or it might have been some change. Who knows? It was so long ago. But when they passed the offering plate, I didn't want to put my money in. So my mom leaned over and she says, "Drop your money in, it's tainted." So, man, I got scared, so I dropped my money in. So a few minutes later, I said, "Mom, why was that money tainted? Is it dirty?" She said, "No, son, it wasn't tainted. It just tain't mine. It tain't yours. It's God's." And I say all this because In a few minutes, we're all going to get a chance to put money in the offering plate, or choose not to put money in the offering plate. That's fine. But we need to think and pray about what we give to the church, not maybe this Sunday, but in the Sundays to come, and why we give it. Is it because we got to give, or is it because we want to give? And hopefully it's because we want to give. And we hope that, and my hope is that you'll pray about it, and that you'll really come to the conclusion that you don't got to give, it's that you want to give. And in a few minutes, you'll have a chance to do that. And we hope and pray that it'll be because you want to give. And that you give for the things from this church. Because the church needs you. The church, like paying your bills, church has got bills too. We need to pay those bills so that we can continue to give back to the community like we've done for over 100 years now. So we hope and pray that you'll do those things.